evening that has a movie named after him, Sammy the Movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I present for induction to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, Sammy LaMancuso.
Thank you. And my congratulations to all the other inductees of the 2017 class of the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame. On behalf of my family, my pit crew, my sponsors from years back, and most importantly my fans, I want to thank the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and its voting members for choosing me as a race car driver to the Hall of Fame. When you look at the records of Jack Lawrence, Lloyd Moore, Billy Rexford, Dick Barton, Bobby Snars, Ronnie Blackmer, it's an honor for me to be inducted with them as a race car driver to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame. I wasn't born a race car driver, but 87 years ago, I was born a car guy. When I was 9 and 10 years old, I was tinkering with jitneys and carriages and engines, and by the time I was 12 or 13, I was tearing cars apart and putting them back together and driving them. I was lured by a family that lived on our street to take them for Sunday drives around Chautauqua Lake. They would bring along a couch pillow for me to sit on so I could see over the steering wheel. Good thing for power seats today, where I probably still need the pillow. Around that same time, I thought I would drive to school one day at Jefferson Junior High, where I was a student. I sort of parked in the wrong spot, which was right in front of the school. And pretty soon they're looking to see who parked the 35 Ford illegally. Would you please move your car? They're thinking it's a teacher. Because of my age being what it was, I run into a little bit of a snag there. It was after many experiences like these and getting a little smarter as I grew up that I decided I'd better take my act to the racetrack. It was then I became a race car driver. I first raced over 70 years ago at the Pennyroyal track in Leon. Tony Caprino, the former president here at the club and the longtime mayor of Lakewood, and myself went there to watch Bud Finelli race, who's Floyd's older brother. Eventually, Tony and I put a car together, a 35 Cadillac, and we both raced it. And I was illegal then too, because you were supposed to be 18 to drive, but the officials there, they didn't care. They said, if he's dumb enough to go out there, let him go. It was like driving through a dust storm every time. There was some rough and tough crew members in them pits there in them days, I'll tell you. Many of them walking around with crowbars and tire irons and everything else around there. From there, it was off to Skyline, Dickey Bend, and Cuba Lake, Bradford, Jamestown Speedway, Lancaster Speedway, Erie's, Wattsburg, State Line, and several others. I was fortunate to win some big events during my years as a racer, and the great fans that supported me were as loyal as they come. The 150-lap team race at State Line at 56 that I won with my partner Joe Sauner was my first race at State Line in its first year of operation. And that stands out probably as the highlight of my career. It was really a fun thing to do. I also won a feature at State Line in 59 on a Sunday afternoon, and I think it was probably the only one they had due to a rainout on a Saturday night. And I had received some tires when Lee Petty was up here. He suggested some tires that would work really great at State Line. So he sent me a pair, and that's what I used that day, at that Sunday afternoon when I won that race. I raced jalopies and roadsters, sportsmen's and stock cars. Some with roll bars, some without roll bars. One of my first helmets was a plastic welding helmet liner with an elastic chin strap. It looked great, but it sure didn't look good. When I would step on the gas going down the straightaway, it would lift up off my head. As soon as I slowed down, it dropped back down again. I raced Cadillacs, Studebakers, Plymouths, Fords, Dodges, and I even had a Cord body one time that I had put a Buick straight 8 engine into. I had fun with them all, but some were better race cars than others, a lot better. Finally, I want to thank my pit crew that stood by me and helped me over the years, and they're still around here with me. Bucky Cusimano, Johnny Cusimano, Neil Boardman, Pete Nalbone, Chuck Nalbone, and Kenny Johnson, who was a great friend of mine. And then I had one special crew member, his name was Busty Paterniti. He was a special kind to me. If someone wanted to throw a punch my way, he was my bodyguard. So he was always there to take care of business. And I have to thank Randy Anderson and Greg Peterson, Randy Sweeney, Louis Anderson, Bruce Macy, Jerry Swanson, and everyone else that was involved in the restoration here on my 27L72 Dodge Charger, my last race car, which looks beautiful today, thanks to them guys. My son Sam, Jr., Mike and Jimmy have also been very supportive. Now the restoration of the 27L allowed them to develop a renewed pride in their dad's racing career. A special thanks to Mike Latone, who this restoration I'm sure would not have ever happened wasn't for you, Mike, thank you, and Dr. John. I want to acknowledge the Cusimano brothers, Barney, Doc, Sam, and in particular Pete, who gave me the chance to learn all about cars when I was a young boy, and they have all since passed. Most importantly, I have to thank my wife Dorothy, with whom this past February the 6th we celebrated 57 years of being married, our anniversary. And if you're wondering why we got married in February, Daytona Speed Weeks. I went down there and helped. Kenny Johnson was running that year, and he ran at 59 also. And I helped pit for him, and I used to practice the car. I ran a lot of practice laps. That's how we spent our honeymoon. And when we were young, my wife Dorothy also played second fiddle to my racing career. But she was always there with my two young boys, falling asleep on her lap in the bleachers. My third son, Jimmy, was born after I retired. Without my wife being so patient and supportive, I would not have been able to pursue my passion for automobile racing. Thank you, honey. And for that, I am forever grateful to her. I have been blessed, and this is an honor that I shall never forget. Thank you all again.